Welcome back, students. Let us continue with our chapter 1 number systems. We studied about natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. Now we are going to study about irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. A number which cannot be represented in the form p by q is called an irrational number. We know that the number which can be represented in the form p by q is a rational number. So there are the numbers which cannot be represented in the form p by q, and such numbers are known as irrational numbers. For example, root 2, root 3, pi, etc. Now next is real numbers. The collection of rational numbers and irrational numbers together make a set of real numbers. The set of real numbers is denoted by R. So we can say that real numbers include rational numbers as well as irrational numbers. That is, the numbers which can be represented in the form p by q and the numbers which cannot be represented in the form p by q. All are included in a set which is known as set of real numbers, and it is denoted by R. Here you can see that 33 is divided by 8. So if we write it as 33 by 8, it is of the form p by q. And here the remainder which we are getting is 0 after few steps, and the quotient is 4.125. This quotient, that is 4.125, is called terminating decimal expression. Terminating decimal expression is the expression which ends. Here you can see that it ends at 5, that is 4.125. Now here you can see that 14 is divided by 11 and the division is not ending. Remainder is not 0 here, and you can see the quotient, it is 1.272727, and it will go on continuing. This type of expression, that is in which the digits are getting repeated, same digits are getting repeated, is called recurring decimal expression. That is 1.27272727, it will continue. So such type of decimal expression is called recurring decimal expression, and it can be written as 1.27 bar. For writing such expressions, bar is kept on the digits which are getting repeated. Here 2 and 7 are getting repeated, so it is 1.27 bar. So the decimal expressions can be classified into two categories: terminating decimal expressions and non-terminating decimal expressions. Terminating means which ends. That is example 0.5, 8.4, 0.25. And non-terminating are again classified into recurring and non-recurring. For example, 0.3 bar, that is 0.3333. 3.3 bar, that is 3.3333. 1.81 bar, that is 1.81818181. 1.327 bar, that is 1.3272727. Next is non-recurring. Non-recurring means those decimal expressions which never ends, and along with that the same digit is not getting repeated like recurring. You can see the example 5.847123. Second one 0.010011001111. If you take root of 2, you will find 1.41421356, and continuously it will go on, it will never end. Fourth one root 3, same way 1.73205008, etc. It will never end. So they are non-recurring decimal expressions. If a decimal expression is terminating decimal expression, means division is ending, then it can be written in the form p by q. So therefore it belongs to rational numbers. If it is non-terminating and recurring, means non-terminating means division is not ending, but recurring means the digit or digits are getting repeated, then also it can be represented in the form of p by q, and it belongs to a set of rational numbers. But if it is non-terminating and non-recurring, means non-terminating means division is not ending, and non-recurring means a digit or digits are not getting repeated, then it cannot be represented in the form p by q, and it belongs to a set of irrational numbers. And generally, the root of prime numbers are always irrational numbers. Now the next topic which we have to study is to represent irrational numbers on a number line. For this, we need to recall Pythagoras theorem. According to this Pythagoras theorem, we know that for a right-angled triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of remaining two sides. That is, if in right-angled triangle ABC, B is 90 degree, then AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Let us consider the example. Take AB is equal to 4, BC is equal to 3. Then AC is equal to 5. If we take left hand side, then AB square plus BC square, that is 4 square plus 3 square. Square of 4 is 16 and square of 3 is 9. So 16 plus 9 is 25. Now if we take right hand side, AC square, that is 5 square, that is equal to 25. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. If now you let us study how to represent root 2 you can on a number line. Root 2 is irrational number, we are already axis and take. Now we need to represent root 2 on a number line. For that, unit on we have to find two numbers. Draw line segment AB and such that if we take the square of those two numbers and if we add them, by taking OS center and radius OB, draw the two numbers are intersect. 1. We are already knowing. So x dash axis at point consider the right angle is equal to ABC. These are the steps AB is equal to 1 which you have to write after 1. Now we will apply Pythagoras theorem. According to Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Here B is right angle or 90 degree. So AB square plus BC square. We have taken AB 1 and BC also 1. So 1 square plus 1 square, that is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So AC square is equal to 2 and AC is equal to root 2. Now we will see how to represent it on a number line. Here you can see that x dash axis is drawn over here. Now you need to take OA is equal to 1 unit on that axis. You can take 1 unit as any centimeter you want. Here I have taken 3 centimeter. You can take 2 centimeter, 5 centimeter. Anything you can take as 1 unit. Now from point A, draw line segment AB such that AB is equal to 1 unit. Here you have to keep in mind that you have taken 1 unit as 3 centimeter. So AB is equal to 1 unit is also equal to 3 centimeter. Now join OB. It is a right angle triangle and if OA is equal to 1 and AB is equal to 1, then OB will be equal to root 2 as we have seen in the triangle ABC earlier. Now you have to take the measurement equal to OB with the help of rounder and by taking OS center, draw arc from point B which will intersect this x dash axis at point C. Here you can see that this arc is represented by dashed line. So the point where this arc is intersecting x dash axis, that mark that point as C, and the distance OC will be equal to root 2. Hence we have represented root 2 on a number line. If you are asked to write these steps, you can write them as: first one, draw x dash axis. Second one, take OA on this axis such that OA is equal to 1 unit. Third point, draw line segment AB such that line segment AB is equal to 1 unit. Fourth point, join OB. Fifth point, by taking OS center and OB as radius, draw an arc which intersect x dash axis at point C. And next, last point is thus OC is equal to root 2. Now let us study how to represent root 3 on a number line. So, as per the Pythagoras theorem, we require two numbers. If we take whose square and add them, we get 3. So, the numbers which we have taken are root 2 and 1. So, AB in triangle ABC, where B is 90 degree, AB square plus BC square, we have taken AB is equal to 1 and BC is equal to root 2. So, root 2 whole square plus 1 square. Square of root 2 is 2 and square of 1 is 1. So, it is 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So, AC square is equal to 3 and we get AC is equal to root 3. Now, how to represent it on a number line? We are already knowing how to represent root 2 on a number line. We'll take OA is equal to 1 unit and we will take this OA on x dash axis. We'll take AB is equal to 1 unit and we will draw AB as shown in figure. Then we will join OB and we will draw arc which intersect x dash axis at point C. So we will get OC is equal to root 2. Now we need to represent root 3. So you have to take CD from point C. Draw line segment CD from point C such that CD is equal to 1 unit. Now join OD. Now taking O as center and OD as radius, draw an arc which intersect x dash axis at point E. Thus OE is equal to root 3. This way you can represent root 3 on a number line and you can write these steps as we have studied earlier how to write them. Now let us see how to represent root 17 on a number line. 17 is a prime number and its root is an irrational number. Now the here number is 17. So you have to find two numbers. If you add the square of those two numbers, you get 17. So the square nearer to 17 is 16 and it is a square of 4. So first number is 4 and second number is obviously 1. So the two numbers are 1 and 4. Now apply Pythagoras theorem. AB square plus BC square. Take AB is equal to 1 and BC is equal to 4. So 1 square plus 4 square, that is equal to 1 plus 16 is equal to 17. So AC is equal to root 17. Now we'll see how to represent it on a number line. Draw x dash axis. Now here we require 4 units. So take OA is equal to 1 unit. I have taken here as 2 centimeter. You can take whatever you want. Take OA is equal to 1 unit. Same way, AB is equal to 1 unit, BC is equal to 1 unit and CD is equal to 1 unit. So OD will become 4 units. Now from point D, draw line segment DE such that E is equal to 1 unit. Now join OE. So it is a right angle triangle and OE will be equal to root 17 as we have seen here in triangle ABC. Now taking O as center and OE as radius, draw an arc which intersect x dash axis at point P. Thus OP is equal to root 17 and we have represented it on a number line. You can write these steps as we have studied earlier.